it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Genesis palette, which is in collaboration between Midas Cosmetics and Drench Cosmetics. So this is in collaboration between two brands, which isn't seen very often, but I was super excited for. Now, this palette is vegan and cruelty-free. It does not have the shelf life on here, but I'm assuming it's probably 12 months. But the outside of the packaging is absolutely stunning. It is that soft touch matte, like navy blue with the gold foil, and the artwork is gorgeous. And on their website it says the Genesis, an origin, creation, or beginning. The Genesis palette was created to fill a gap where most palettes fall short. We created a beautiful array of rich shades to celebrate melanin in all of its tones. So often we are made to feel less than by the color of our skin. We wanted to come together, uplift, and inspire. It created in collaboration with Drench Cosmetics. So this palette retails for $34. It is sold out right now, but I know that they are planning on bringing it back. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. And there are 15 pigmented shades, 8 mattes, and 7 shimmers. So as you can see, it is a very blue, kind of warm brown color story. And I love supporting Midas. I think that their brand is absolutely amazing for diversity. So I was super excited to get this in. I paid for this myself. So we're gonna start off by swatching, and then we will do an eye look and kind of see my thoughts. So the first shade is Magical, which this says it's a matte terracotta pink. Then we have Revolutionary, which is a deep bronze shimmer. Educated, which says it's a matte wine red. And Excellent, which is a matte magenta purple. So those are the first 4 shades. They swatched really well. And the shadows feel nice and soft. Now, I'm not sure if I would call Educated a matte red wine, but you know, to each their own. Then we have Influential, which is a deep rose gold shimmer. Then we have Millionaire, which is a matte maroon. Daring, oh, that feels nice. I like that color. And Daring is a millennial pink shimmer with hints of baby blue. Unbothered, which is a sapphire shimmer. So there you go. Very, very pretty. And I like how the metallics feel. They have that wet formula, which is something I tend to enjoy. Then we have Captivating, which is a matte royal blue, which I would consider that more of a navy. The Standard is a steel blue shimmer with a navy base. I can see that. Blueprint, which is a matte black. Phenomenal, which is a Olympic blue shimmer. Those colors are so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so that's most of it. And we got 3 more shades. We've got Loved. Loved is a matte teal blue. Ambitious, that is a unicorn silver shimmer. And Worthy, which is a deep pecan brown matte. I hate when I do that to myself. I'm going to swatch the last shade kind of there. So that's what it looks like. So as you can see, it is definitely a warm, kind of a half blue, half neutral, half blue palette. So I am super excited to play with this. I have already primed my eyes with the NARS Budge Proof, is that what it's called? Can't ever remember. Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Okay, and I think I'm gonna do more of a neutral look with this today, but I do know I want to plan on using it for another look this week. So this is kind of more of a first impressions, and then we'll kind of go from there. What do you think? So let's get a brush to start off with. So I'm gonna grab, this is a Zoeva 288 Luxe Crease, and we're gonna go into that shade Magical. So as you can see, it picks up nicely on the brush. That's a pretty color. Look how pigmented that is. That's really pretty. Okay, that's a good color. We're off to a good start. I like how that's blending out. Very, very pretty. But yeah, I own the Smoky Glow palette. I own the 2 pastel palettes, and I own the Flower Bomb and their collaboration with Neon MUA. So I think that they do a very, very good job with diversity. Midas does. I don't know a whole lot about Drench, but I am going to look up some more information because I am interested after seeing this palette. And that's typically, you know, how I can find brands, is from seeing a palette and then being like, oh, that looks nice. Let's find out more about the brand. There we go. So as you can see, that blended out beautifully. And one of the things I want to do is I want to try to use maybe as many nudes in here as possible. We shall see. Because it kind of just depends. Okay, so now I'm going to grab, this is a BK Beauty 202, which is one of my favorites to use. We're going to go into that shade Educated, which is a little bit deeper. Oh yeah. See how pretty? You can definitely see a difference. See how pretty that builds in the crease? And I'm going to keep it tight into the crease to add some depth. But that's really pretty. And typically I would go for the blues, but I've done several blue looks lately and I was like, I haven't done, or at least it doesn't feel like I've done a real neutral eye look, warm neutral eye look in a while. So it's like, let's go with the warm neutrals because I think that makes it fun. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So good. I'm gonna take my Zoeva brush and go over the edges. Make sure everything's nice and blended. Because to me, that is probably one of the most important things whenever you're doing eyeshadow, is to make sure everything is blended, because it can get out of control real quick. So next I'm gonna go into the shade, same brush, Melanair. I think Melanair, hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay, you see how deep that is? That's a beautiful color. And as you can see, I'm just lightly dusting that really on the outer half of the eye. That's pretty. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye. And I always film these in real time. I'm not sitting here editing a bunch of stuff out. So that way you can actually see how they perform on me. You can see from the video if there's patchiness or anything like that, because I think that that's important. You know, sometimes those things get overlooked. So next up, I'm gonna grab, this is a BK Beauty 205, and we're gonna go into the deepest, that brown shade called Worthy. And we're just going to keep that on the very outer edge and kind of bring it onto the lid just a little bit. Because you know me, I love a good smoky eye. Like, I don't think there's anything better, in my opinion, than a good smoky eye. At least not for my, like, personal taste. I don't know. Maybe it's the grunge girl in me. I don't know. But while we're putting together this look, I saw a TikTok yesterday that made me feel so old. So I don't know if you've seen this, but there was a guy that was doing a TikTok that had the song Stand By Me and talking about how in 1991 it was 30 years old. Then it said, do you want to know what is the song that's now 30 years old? From 1991. And it played Nirvana's Smell Like Teen Spirit. And I was like, darn. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the shade right here with my, this is a Sigma E55. So I like to use this to kind of, for shimmers. And this is the shade Influential. And we're going to apply that all over the lid. We're going to use some MAC Fix Plus with it. That's a beautiful copper. Deep kind of bronzy copper. So pretty. You know, it's been so long since I've really done a warm neutral look. I forgot how pretty these can be. Because I always play with so much color. Which is what I enjoy the most. But come on, we all know sometimes you need a good, just neutral look. I think it can be important. That's really pretty. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna take the same brush and go into the shade Daring, which is more of like a duochrome shade, and apply, oh yeah, that over the top of it. See how that, oh yeah, you see that impact that that gives? I really like that. And I enjoy doing that, like mixing shimmers a lot of times. Now, I will say this about the palette. The shimmers are pretty, but they're not as shiny as or as sparkly as what I typically go for, but they're not bad. Nothing is performing bad. So, there we go. I really actually like how everything performed. It's just I wish the shimmers were a little bit more blingy. But this is the top of the eyes done. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do the rest of my face. Then we'll come back, do the lower lash line, and talk about my thoughts on this palette so far. I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I'm really loving this kind of glowy, more almost sunshiny, that's how I describe it, sunshiny look. So I think what I'm going to do under the eyes, I'm going to take the Blueprint shade, which is a black, and I'm just barely dipping into it, and I'm going to apply that just on the outer edge for a little bit of depth, because you know I love a good smoky eye. Okay, that's going on really well. Now what else do I want to use? Because I've used that one, 1, 2, 3. Let's go into the purple. I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna go into that purple shade, which is called Excellent. I think a little bit of purple mixed with black might be kind of cool. Something a little different. But yeah, I'm looking all kinds of glowy. See how that turned that into like more of a grape? But you see, like, I don't know how y'all are, but I enjoy like really smoky eye looks. And this is screaming smoky like nobody's business. Okay. So I think that will be it, other than I need to apply an inner corner highlight. And we're gonna go into the shade. We're gonna try to see if Revolutionary will work. It might be a little dark for a highlighting shade. I mean, not that it's not a pretty color, because it really is. Oh yeah, I like that. This whole look to me is screaming summer. Like, this is Betsy ready for summer. I love to look bronzed even if I'm not actually bronzed, if that makes sense. Like, that's just my aesthetic. To me, you can't go wrong or have too much bronzer, too much blush, and this is a gorgeous eye look. So far, so good with the palette, and I mean, I've used several of the shades so far. So I've used, on this palette, I actually used everything on the top row. 1, 2 shades on the second row and 2 shades on the third row. So the only things that I've really stayed away from so far are these 3 and those 3. So 6 out of 15, so I used 9 shades. So I don't think that's bad. I really like this palette though so far with what I've been able to create with it. I think that this is just like a fun, warm look. And I think this would be flattering on pretty much any skin tone. So if you're looking for a palette like this, I think that this is a great brand and brand collaboration, because it is a collaboration between 2 brands to support. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I do plan on doing some more looks with it. But I guess that's it. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.